What is up, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the iPhone 7. So you can pick this up for around 200 bucks on Amazon. It goes for around 230. You can find it even cheaper on eBay. This particular model I was able to get for like 135 on eBay. And so it's pretty interesting. So is this a phone that you can use going into 2020? So very, very interesting. So let's go ahead and run down these specs. So I was actually pretty impressed with this phone for the price that I got it for. So you have a front glass and aluminum body, and it feels very nice. It still has a really heavy feel to it, even though, you know, it's basically a smaller phone. I still really like it. So it is IP67 dust and water resistant, which is very nice. You've got one single camera on the back. It is a 12 megapixel camera, and it does shoot in 2160p 30 frames per second max out. You got your power button right here in your SIM tray slot, and you've got your volume buttons along with your vibrate switch. Now on the bottom you do have the charger port and dual speakers on this guy, which is very nice. And on the front of this phone you have a 4.7-inch display, which is kind of small. You got sort of a big forehead, you know, big bezels down here, along with the capacitive touch button. So it's not the physical one, it is the capacitive one, which works pretty much like the physical one. It feels really good as well. But display on here, it is basically a 720p display, 750 by 1334, 326 for the PPI, but it still looks sharp and still looks really good. Still a really nice display. So I've been watching videos on here, and like I said, it plays in 1080p, but it's basically 720p, so you can definitely tell. Now it's got a smaller screen, which I really like having a smaller screen sometimes, especially when I'm carrying around just mass phones like the Y9 Prime or the OnePlus 7 Pro. It's nice to have like a smaller phone along with me, because I'm usually carrying around like maybe 2 or 3 phones sometimes. So now for this $200, or in my case $134 price point, these dual speakers on here are awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it all the way up and just listen to them. These speakers still sound crystal clear. They sound excellent. So very, very nice. Now this phone is running iOS 13, the latest version, and you have the Apple A10 Fusion chip along with 2 gigs of RAM, and this is the 32GB model. This is the base model, and it actually runs pretty fast. It's very, very smooth from what I've been seeing on here. I haven't experienced any lag with iOS 13 so far, so it's been very impressive. So I was really impressed. I was worried about things slowing down on here, but scrolling is very smooth. You know, switching in between applications is very smooth. You have all the latest iOS stuff, of course. You have the dark mode, iMessage, FaceTime, all that stuff works on here. I haven't ran into an application that hasn't worked as well, so I feel like this is the iPhone that is going to get iOS 14. It should. I was worried about getting the 6S because I wasn't sure if it was going to get the next update, but I'm pretty sure this is going to get it because it is already blazing fast still. So I'm very impressed with that. Now believe it or not, you can actually still play games on here very, very well. So if I go to settings, graphics, you can see for Call of Duty Mobile, I'm on very high for the graphic quality. So as you can see, it just looks excellent. Now the screen is a little bit smaller, but you know, I didn't have a problem with it. I'm trying to see you behind the camera, but it's very, very nice. Sometimes I kind of prefer playing on smaller screens sometimes, but sometimes it's nice to also have a bigger screen as well. Oh, I died there. So next will be, are the cameras still good on this thing? And I'm going to show you some stills, and I think the cameras are actually pretty decent on here. So like I said, you have that 12 megapixel back camera, and then you also have a 7 megapixel front facing camera, and I was pretty satisfied. You lose kind of a little detail when you get into low light scenarios, but I thought it was pretty good for the most part. For you know, an older phone, I didn't have any problem with it. It had good color. The pictures were pretty sharp. Like I said, when you get to nighttime or you get in low light situations, you see a little noise, but other than that, it was pretty solid. So guys, this is a very solid phone for you know, the $150 to $200 price range. It's really nice. I like that you have the IP certification, so if you get it wet, you know, it won't break instantly. Those dual speakers are definitely a plus. So, you know, I would pick this up if you need an iOS device and you don't want to spend a whole bunch of money. If you got, you know, FaceTime, iMessage games on here, so if you got friends or stuff and you want to get involved with that, then definitely pick one of these up. The camera is pretty decent as well. So overall, I just really like it. If you know, just want to get into iOS, you don't want to spend that cash, then this is just a great buy. So thanks for watching this video. Be sure to let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.